Purnamaste, Purnamaste, and everybody, welcome, welcome to the art of the word that I am from the heart to give you some truth that I am from the heart, maybe to remind you of your truth, maybe to take you in a moment, I don't know, maybe to reveal some answers within you that I don't have. But I'm gonna share my own story. It's windy outside, like 50 miles per hour wind. Spring is hitting hard. And I just came out of meditation. Well, I'm always in meditation, but I love to meditate, to dive deep in the moment. 2 times a day usually. 1 hour and something. And I want to speak in this video about meditation. For meditation is wasting time, doing nothing, for nothing, for no one, to achieve nothing, just being in the moment, now. And I'm to dive deep and present a little bit deep insight about all of that. And I'm going to speak about ego, false self. Because like great Krishnamurti said, you don't meditate. You think you meditate. And I'll tell you why he said this. With your ego judging your thoughts, blaming your thoughts, blaming you, blaming and expecting, controlling, resisting to achieve some results from meditation. And that's what great Krishnamurti has meant. You think that you meditate. First of all, you have to understand you are not your mind. Mind is the matrix, the false self. But your ego, you know what is your ego? Your ego is that interface. Your ego is that interface that makes you identify with your mind. It takes you into false self, into duality. And then you know what ego does. Ego always judges you, your actions, your thoughts. Ego is actually here to keep you in the false self. It always blames you for who you are and judges according to what mind think that is good and bad. And judges you, always blames you that you are not good enough now. Judges your thoughts because your ego makes you identify with your mind. Yeah. And what ego does? Ego is afraid. Ego is afraid and attached. A natural ego tries to control, tries to push, tries to resist, tries to get something in a force. Ego is here to blame you for who you are. Always you go into the judgment, what is good and bad, according to what mind thinks, the matrix, and good and bad in others. And then ego always takes you in the time, because with expectations, with control, with all this resistance and force, it takes you into the future, out of the moment. So you want to achieve something. Yeah. This is what ego does. I give you my word. We have to understand. We are not our mind. You are not our mind. You are not your mind. The mind is the matrix. And it's not about what you know in your mind and what you learn in your mind. I'm telling you, I don't know anything. The purpose of the meditation is to make your heart a master of your mind. From the heart. Not your ego. The purpose is to surrender your mind. To empty your cup. So you can come to your true divine being. Beyond the comprehension of the mind, in the silence of the mind, who you really are. And I'm going to tell you how some people in the West meditate. It doesn't matter what you do. You can dance, you can even cook, you can walk, you can meditate in lotus, you can sing, you can do any practice, yoga or anything. It doesn't matter what you're doing. But I tell you what people are doing in the West. They identify themselves with their mind. And then they hear that they have to control their mind. That they have to be in the silence of the mind. Now what they do? They go in their mind. I hope that you are not doing that. And now they are judging their thoughts. Oh, this is good, I should not think that. This is bad, I should not think that. This is bad, this is good, I must think that. This control and judging good and bad in the mind. Judging how they are doing, if it's good what they are doing, if there's something bad. They meditate and their ego is constantly blaming them. That it's not good, that they should not think that they are not doing it right, they are not good enough. Judgment, duality. That's what Great Krishnamurti meant. You think that you meditate. And then they offer so much resistance and control and force in the mind. They try to get the fruit of meditation. They resist, they want to control and force to achieve some divine revelations, divine embodiment, divine connections. And they expect and they force and they try to control and they are disappointed after and then they blame. This is what ego does. Controls, forces, judges everything good and bad, then in the end blames. Guilt. And that's why so many are thinking that they are meditating. They may even go in their mind like, I am controlling my thoughts, I am in the silence of the mind. Oh, I should not think that, I should think that, I am happy, I am at peace. No. And that has nothing to do with meditation, in whatever pose they are sitting, whatever yoga they are doing, whatever process they are doing. And that's why it is not taking them anywhere but into disappointment and blaming, because they're thinking that they meditate in their ego. And then in the end they blame the process and everything. That it is shit, that it is not genuine, that it is bogus and hocus pocus. And many go back to Christianity because they cannot perceive that the darkness that is attacking them is within them, in their ego, is their ego, and the manifestations of demons are attacking them, and they are not ready to work on themselves, and they go back to Christianity. They surrender to Jesus Christ again. And Master Sananda is so merciful that in thinking that they will go to heaven, he just stops there, falling down into their own darkness, so the next birth they can be born and work on themselves. They cannot now. Because they are judging in the mind, when they meditate, they're trying to control everything. They're blaming themselves for what is good and bad in their mind, trying to stop and control the thoughts, blame themselves from the thoughts, all this control and resistance, and trying to achieve something. Achieve enlightenment, achieve connections, achieve divine healing powers, achieve whatever. Now I'll tell you something about myself. I'm awakened for 20 years. And first 15 years of my awakening, I'm only working on myself with spiritual masters in India. That's why I speak now like a spiritual master, because I am a spiritual master, regardless if anyone sees me or not. And to be honest, I was in such terrible condition when I was at such young age, 19, 18 years old. I was in such terrible condition, so traumatized, abused, from child abuse, from birth, from all the shit, and drug abused, and mentally sick, destroyed in my false self. And I actually didn't expect nothing. I just said, if I die a little bit healed and better than I'm now, then my job is done. And I was actually all days long meditating and doing shadow work, meditating and doing shadow work, meditating and doing shadow work, working on myself. But I never expected anything. I never expected any divine connection. I never expected any divine revelation or embodiment. I never expected any healing. I never expected anything to reach enlightenment or anything. What I was doing was just enjoying the bliss of the moment, because it was the bliss of my soul, free of my mind. Not identifying with my crazy mind, judging my crazy mind, not trying to stop my thoughts and judge them. I'm not my mind. Letting my mind be. It is not me, it is not who I am. I am just, all that I was doing was being and enjoying that bliss of meditation in the moment, because it was the greatest bliss that my heart loved so much and I wanted to stay in. I never wanted to achieve any mastery, any healing, any connection. I was never doing anything to control, to get something. But I just enjoyed the meditation. Doing nothing, meditation is doing nothing for no one, wasting time to achieve nothing, just being in the moment. You don't identify yourself with your mind in meditation. Mind is always crazy. Mind is always negative. Mind is always afraid. Mind is always judging. You are not identifying with it. Silence of the mind does not mean that you have to stop your mind and you have to control your mind and think positively. Silence of the mind is that you realize that mind is just matrix, the artificial program, which is not you. And you don't try to control it, you don't judge it, you don't try to stop it, you let it be. You let it be. You are not your mind. And you are being in the moment, enjoying the moment. You don't blame yourself. I should think good, this was a bad thought, this was that. You let it be. You know this is illusion of the matrix. Your mind. You stop identifying with it. You stop controlling it. You stop blaming yourself. You are just being in a moment. You don't judge, like half open eyes. And you can do whatever you're doing. You know. You're just being in a moment. And you are not doing it to achieve anything in future, to resist, to control, to expect, to make business with the universe that this meditation will give you anything. You don't identify with your mind, you surrender your mind. You have to surrender your mind. Ego mind always wants to control. Ego mind always expects, always resists, always tries to achieve something. But you are just being in the moment now. For no reason, to achieve nothing in future. But just to enjoy the fullness of the moment. You're not your mind. Your mind wants to control and achieve something in future. Mind always takes you in time. That what you're doing now, and then you focus on that and expect and force, and that something has to come out of this after this 1 week or 2 weeks. And you are in time trying to achieve something. Offering all this resistance and control, force of the mind. But now, you're just being in the moment. Enjoying the moment. Just being. You don't blame yourself, you don't judge your thoughts, you are not your mind. You don't try to achieve nothing in future. You don't do it for you expect something, for you want to get something, for you control and resist. You actually surrender the mind, resistance of the mind. Let the mind be. And you just do it. Just out of being in the moment. And that's how I worked on myself. That's how I meditated. And it is the fastest way to enlightenment. But from the heart you have to do it. It's just like children playing in a moment, building sandcastles. And they are building sandcastles, but they are doing nothing. They don't try to control anything. They don't blame anything. They don't try to stop anything. They may do great castles, but they are doing nothing, for no one. They are just playing in the moment. They do not try to achieve anything. It's just playing, being in the moment. For where you are free of your mind that always blames you, judges you, and always in duality takes you in your false self, always judges what is good and what is bad, not what feels right in the moment from the heart. When you are free of that duality, it's just, when you're free of that control and that resistance, that being in time and trying to force to get something in future. More you are in this moment, more you're aligned with your true self, with source that I am, the moment now, the one and only ultimate reality, your higher self. More you're aligned with your true self, more embodiment of your true self is achieved and embodied through you, in you, within you. More close you are to your greatest divine self, more you are in that moment now. And if you judge your thoughts, try to control, blame, and you try to achieve something, resist, control, force to get something out of meditation, you are in time. You are in the time. And you are not meditating. You think that you meditate, like Great Krishnamurti said. I just wanted to give explanation of this sentence that he said. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, beloved sweethearts, beloved angels. We all are one that I am, the source that I am. It doesn't matter what the heck you're doing that time. Playing basketball. Don't compete. Don't try to achieve nothing. That's how Michael Jordan won all the games. Just playing in a moment, being in the zone in a moment. He said, soon as I focus on victory, I would lose. Just playing in a moment, being in the zone, doing the best I can, no thinking. So you can be dancing, you can be singing, you can actually you can be doing actually something, and great thing, and achieve great things. So it's not about the process of meditation and what you have to do, but it's just that you are doing that, what takes you in the moment now, in the zone, in the silence of the mind, where only moment exists and you are just being in a moment. You can do so much, but you're doing nothing, because you don't blame anything as good and bad. You don't try to achieve something, to force something, that something has to be done in future and to come out of this. It's just wasting time, enjoying the fullness of the moment. You can be meditating like Buddha, breathing. You can you can sing mantras, you can dance rock and roll, you can be on a hip-hop concert, you can write a book, like I'm doing this video now. It's just that what I'm saying. I'm doing nothing for no one, wasting time, just to achieve nothing, just being in a moment. And I'm giving you something very profound, the moment now. It's just that you don't identify with your mind, you don't judge as good, as bad. You know you're not your mind. Let the mind be. But you're being in the moment now. To achieve nothing. Just being in the moment. Being in the moment now and staying there is a true self, true divine self. And when you really don't identify with your mind, don't judge and blame good and bad yourself and everything. And you don't try to control, expect, resist, force to get something. You're just being in the moment now. And when you are in that moment now, the fastest way to enlightenment. And I give you my word just for that. So you stay in the moment now. For there is only the moment now. So you may surrender your mind, lose your mind, and try to control your thoughts, blame what is good and bad in others, judge what is good and bad in you, and others. Try to control nothing, achieve nothing, but just be in a moment, and whatever you're doing, the greatest thing. With your true self in a moment. And I'll be giving you my word every day, for I love meditation. Meditation is art of wasting time, doing nothing for no one, to achieve nothing, and I'm a master just being now. For namaste. And we are walking each other home into the moment now to achieve nothing. And everything is to be achieved. In us being in the moment now. For nothing, for no one, to achieve nothing is being the best. And if you love the art of the word that I am, we are in this together, and I give you my word, and I'm open to donation. I always put my link out there, and every coin anyone gives me, I appreciate it so much. I'm so grateful. Without you, there'd be no art of the word that I am. I'm aware of that. It's coming from freedom, gift of your love, as I'm giving you gift of my love, and gift of my love is free. It's your gift that comes to me, are gifts, and without of your gifts, there would be no art of the word that I am. And I'm so grateful for every gift that comes, every single coin, appreciated from the heart. I'm so grateful. Thank you. And if there's any blessing in my heart, let it come all to you. I can only share my story if you get something out of it. But I know I'm so grateful for every single donation, like a little child. Because what I'm doing here, teaching at the beginning of my work, I could not do without you. If there's any blessing in my heart, let go to you. But because you've given me gift, a surprise, in the silence, I see you in PayPal, I connect with your energy, I'm very clairsentient. And I do white light source healing. On you, I take my time. Quantum white light source healing. You don't need appointment, you don't need a standstill, it's quantum. Beyond time and space. And I balance you, I purify out what needs to be purified, I ground you a little bit. Not a little bit, I do it. As it should be done, never do it for everyone. And I fill you up with white light, I cover you with diamonds. I cannot heal you, but I can let the energy, the source, flow to you. And what you do with it, it's up to you. I know I do my best, because I'm grateful for your gift so much. And I'm only giving what I'm giving out of my true self. I never blame myself that I don't do messenger and all these things. Because I just don't blame myself. I know who I am, what I'm here to do. But I'm so grateful for your donation. I do healing on you. And I cannot heal you. If you don't stop identifying with your mind, with your ego, and don't stop trying to control, resist, force, and this, no one can heal you. But if you surrender your mind, you don't identify with your mind. More and more you're in the moment now, you heal yourself. I only give you my word, and I give you my word for every donation I do healing. But you heal yourself, you save yourself, it's all up to you. You're just walking each other home and helping each other with energy. And I'm just giving you the source energy in the word that I am, so you can work on yourself. So maybe in your own way, the best for you, you can meditate better. And by not trying to achieve and control anything, you are to be enlightened child that you are, in fastest light speed way. But you really should not expect it, control it, try to get something, but just enjoy the moment now. Without your mind, let it be. No judgment. Don't control it. Just enjoy the moment now. Purnamaste. Much love and blessings. Te ao. Purnamaste means the fullness and completion of source that I am gives fullness and completion to the source that you are. Purnamaste.